What up YouTube? How's it going today? My name's Asa and I'm starting to do some tutorials for YouTube over beat making and just various aspects of that. Today we're going to be going over how to organize your beats and lay them out so that you get a nice professional and traditional setup and your beat flows smoothly from one part to the next. You have choruses, you have hooks, you have every aspect of the beat that you need, and we're going to go over that today. So I just finished making a beat and I'm about to lay it out. So the way I like to do it is I like to go here, lay out every aspect of my beat that I'm going to be using together, and then click here, right click, split by channel, and then you have everything to lay out here. So let's take a look and see how it sounds. So I'm just going to lay out everything together and then organize it a little bit. So I like my instruments to be together, my chords, my melody, bass line, all that. I like that all to be together. There we go. And then your drums after that, you can organize that if you want. You don't have to. I'm just going to leave it like that so I have everything where I know where it is already. And it's good to go. So typically you have an intro, 4 bars, maybe 8 bars. If it's really long, maybe 12 or 16 bars. But traditionally, keep it around 4 to 8 bars for an intro. So bass doesn't usually go in the intro. Not every song goes straight into the intro, but I think it's a pretty good practice to go straight into the intro and then do the verse, do another chorus. I'm sorry. Start with the intro, go into a chorus, go into a verse, chorus, verse, chorus, chorus, and then wrap it up with an outro or call it quits right there, either way. So that's the way I'm going to be setting it up. You can get more in depth. You can add pre-choruses. You can add a couple other things like that. But I'm just going to keep it really simple for the sake of this tutorial. So usually when you're laying out your track, you want your choruses to be extra loud. Whoopsie. Here we go. Usually you want your tracks to be really loud around the chorus. That part needs to stand out. It's supposed to be the catchiest part of the song, so it also needs to be the loudest part of the song because, as a rule of thumb, louder is better. Not with mixing, but when you're listening to a song, you're going to remember the chorus, and that part needs to be loudest to grab the listener's attention. So you want the most instruments, the most sounds right there. Not all the sounds necessarily, but you want it to be the loudest part of the song. Usually with the intro, that's a good place to drop in your bass. You can have bass during your verses, not necessary. But traditionally for your chorus, it's a pretty necessary part. So I'm going to include all of my sounds for that. Then we're going to go to the first part of the verse, and we're going to take out the bass, and then we're going to take out my filler snares, and that's it. Take out a crash as well, so then I just have the kick, hi-hat, the snare, chords, and melody as well. You don't need the melody for the choruses either, not necessary. Again, kind of up to your preference. I think what I'm actually going to do here is go like this. Where's my flute? So I'm going to halftime my flute. I like the way it's coming out, so we're just going to halftime that right here. For the sake of organization, I like to have the space under whatever instrument I'm putting the automation on, or whatever set I'm putting the automation on, just for the sake of organization so I can see it a little more clearly. Yeah, so I'm going to leave the halftime on or off. No, I had it backwards. Whoopsie. What am I doing? I want it off for choruses. There we go. Okay. And then we want it on for everything else. There we go. All right. So your verses are typically going to be 16 bars. Again, you can go longer, you can go shorter, kind of up to the artist and what they're requesting, or up to you and how it sounds. I'm gonna stick with the traditional 16 bar verse. You can count the bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. So that's a 16 bar intro, or 16 bar verse. And then you go back into the chorus. Some people will put it in a pre-chorus part, and typically you're going to change it up from the rest of the beat, make it a little bit more unique, and then it's going to go into the verse. That could be some sound design stuff that you're doing, like bringing in an EQ over the entire beat, just to make it sound funky, or putting in some gross beat just over that part, just to make it sound different, make it sound unique from the rest of the beat so it really stands out. The pre-chorus is usually going to be 4, maybe 8 bars if it's really long. But I'm not going to include that in this pre-chorus. Obviously, it goes right before the chorus, so it would go right here. For this one, I'm not going to be putting it in. So there we go. And then I'm just going to duplicate this part. So to highlight it, I'm pressing Control, Alt, and then to deselect this part, I'm holding Control and Shift, and then clicking on it. And then to duplicate it, Control D. Whoopsie. And then I'm going to have the chorus be twice as long at the end, so they can go through the chorus twice. And then we're going to have it fade out with volume right there. And then back to that part, we'll just go to the chords. So we need to finish the automation. I'll come back in for the outro. And yeah, there you have it. That's pretty simple beat layout, intro, 4 to 8 bars, typically not any longer. A good rule of thumb is that your intro really shouldn't be any longer than 15 seconds. Again, rule of thumb, not a hard rule or anything. The rapper for sure should definitely not wait any longer than 30 seconds to say something. You'll see that with big rappers, but for rappers who aren't Drake or Kanye, they should be saying something within the 15 seconds to entice the listener and keep them hooked. So your intro, same thing. Don't make it too much longer than 15 seconds. I'm right at 9 seconds, so I'm good there. Could go for 8 bars, but for the sake of this one, I'm only going to do 4. Chorus can be 4 to 8 bars. Your chorus should be relatively long. Your chorus shouldn't feel shorter than the verses. And literally, yes, it's going to be that way, but it should be long enough and should have enough attention-grabbing elements that the listener feels like it's the biggest part of the song, that it's the majority of the song. And if it's a good chorus, they're going to like it, they're going to get the song stuck in their head, and they're going to want to come back and listen to more of it. So 8 bars for that, 8 bars for that part's pretty good. Verses, 16 bars is kind of the minimum. You can do 12, you can do 8 if they have a really short verse and they want to go straight back into the chorus again. But 16 bars is pretty standard. You can go longer for that too, 20, 24, but that's getting to a pretty long verse there. Especially if you had a slower BPM, it's getting pretty long, kind of droning on, and you should get back to the chorus pretty soon. So then chorus, verse, and then chorus. I like to end my songs with 2 choruses back to back. That's a personal preference of mine, so that's what I did there. And you have an outro, and that's pretty much it for laying out your beat. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure to leave a like and comment. Subscribe to my channel. Leave some feedback if you like the way that I did this. If you didn't, let me know. I'm new to this, so give me some feedback so that I can keep doing tutorials and get better. And let me know what kinds of tutorials you guys like to see next. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time.